Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to start this video off today like that because I don't know where I'm posting this or if I'm posting in both places. So, hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is a coffee chat. I usually keep these for the last couple of years exclusively to my vlog channel, but I just have some things we need to talk about, and I think they're kind of important that everybody needs to hear. Hopefully you will watch this video. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, so I wanted to share this portion of the journey with you as well. So, good morning. First, grab yourself a cup of coffee. If you drink coffee, tea, hot chocolate, booze, wine, I don't care. Grab a drink and have a seat. I think I've mentioned it. No, I know I've mentioned it before. As I've mentioned in the past, I have a type 2 diabetes. I have been managing with oral medication since 2010. So that's just 10 years and 1 month and 20 days since I was first diagnosed. I actually believe in my heart from the things that the clues that the doctors told me that they found, that I really have had it since about 2006, summer of 2006. But I was basically was a caretaker, wasn't taking care of myself. Now we know, put on your oxygen mask before. Well, now I know. You guys might have known this the whole time, but now I know you need to put on your oxygen mask before you can help others. But at the time, I did it. It was just, take care of everybody, kind of thing. And then, once my dad passed away, I said, all right, it's time to take care of myself. And I did, few self-care type things, and then that's when I went to the doctor and discovered this, got this diagnosis. Okay. For one of the major, oh my gosh, side effects, it's not a side effect. One of the major effects of having type 2 diabetes is you can have vision issues. You can have circulatory issues. You can have, neuropathy, nerve issues. So you can have neuropathy, or you can have heart conditions or limb loss and that kind of thing. And then you can also go blind. These are the major things. Obviously, there's a lot of things. It affects your kidneys. It affects so many things. Which is why we try so hard to keep it under control. Don't let it get whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But what the problem that I was having was, I just turned 50. I know I don't look it. I just turned 50 and I was getting older and my eyes were getting okay, readers, I need 1.25s and 1.5s and 1.75s and so on and so on. So, when I first got diagnosed, I went to the eye doctor and, everything was wonderful, but that was 10 years ago. And then there was a lot happening in life and, I just didn't go back. I didn't really need to, my vision I didn't start wearing the readers, I guess about 5 years ago. The only time I ever used magnifying glasses was when I was beading. I felt that whenever I do see beads, it was really hard to see. But I think that that's a lot of people. I don't think that really is exclusive to me. But anyway, so I, as age progression, my eyes get worse. Well, the story goes, in October, I woke up one morning to these big floater blocks. So there's this, I call it a tick because that's what it looked like. It looked like an oval with little tiny legs. Looked like a tick with 1,000 legs. that was in this eye, in this direction. I'm showing you like this for a reason. And then I had what I call a paramecium. If you don't remember, that's the one that looks like a foot from biology class. And I had that in the same direction. I'm sorry, in the same direction in this eye. And it had a lot less feet, but it did have lots of feet all over it. And then I said, oh, well, I, of course, like an American in the United States, jumped onto Google to see what it could be. So, last October, the channel was growing, and we had plans for our future with this growing channel. Jim and I had plans for our future with this growing channel. So, we had a plan that I would, February, get through the Christmas season with the DIYs and channel and stuff. And then in February, we would make an appointment to go see the eye doctor and find out about these big, not February, January, actually. No, February. It was February. That's what we said. We would go to the eye doctor and make appointment about these floaters. I'm able to function with the floaters from October to end of February. It was fine. They weren't bothering me. They only were there like when I woke up first thing in the morning, or if I close my eyes real tight and open them, you can see them. They do distort. They were distorting fine details, but not anything detrimental, anything. I was still able to work okay. Then about February, I started to get like this like twisting in the middle of my vision. And then I started to lose major details of people's faces and stuff at certain distances. So I could be sitting right in front of you and I could kind of work it out. But a lot of times I'm coming to find out that your mind puts together what you remember it looking like, kind of thing, as opposed to what it actually looks like. And I know if you're going through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you don't, let me explain. So if I could look over at my calendar, if I look straight at the middle of the calendar, which would be the 15th-ish, because literally that's where the middle of the calendar is this month. It's kind of funny. So if I look over at the middle of the calendar and it's the 15th and I look at the 15th, I can't see the 15th. But I know it's July, and I can peripherally not out of the sides of my eyes necessarily, but not the center vision, but like around it, I could see the 14th and the 16th, and I can make out a 1 possibly. So my mind is putting together that it's the 15th. That's what I'm saying. The only time that this really doesn't work is when I really can't recognize, like yesterday, there was an actor in a TV show, and I didn't recognize him, and I couldn't see him clearly enough the way you would recognize somebody. Like, I had to look it up on the internet of who it was and then be like, oh, because he was like, he wasn't somebody famous looking, he just looked familiar, kind of thing. So anyhow, so last Wednesday, the 22nd, we were just getting ready to head back to Texas on Friday. So my family left on the 15th. Lisa and I made plans to just like hang out here. We went to visit Aunt Sue and help her out with some stuff. And we made plans to do that for Thursday. I made an eye doctor appointment on Wednesday because, as I've mentioned before as well, those of you who don't know, we had a lot of issues with our insurance this year. The government required so much more paperwork, and then we put in all our paperwork, and there was this whole big issue, and I have a vlog on that if you're interested. I will try to remember to link it in the description box down below. Otherwise, it's in my vlog channel. but we had a lot of insurance issues. Well, I just had got my insurance back. My sister Jane was here, so on the 10th of July I got my insurance back. So I was like, okay, immediately call the, even in the middle of the party, call the eye doctor. When can he see me? They got me in on the 22nd, which isn't bad. It's only like that. It's like, well, actually I take that back. They had nothing the next week, and the next week, the following week, I could have had like Monday, but with Jim's schedule, Wednesday was the day I could have the car. That's really what it came to. So I got in to see the eye doctor on Wednesday. It was worse than I thought it was going to be. Now, I know that this was 10 minutes of talking to get you to this point. So if you're just joining me because I've said 10 minutes, fast forward for 10 minutes, then hi. I was just telling them how I got there. So when I went to see the doctor on Monday, he did like, they did a, I really thought he called it a CAT scan, but he just took a scan from like a cross section of the back of my eye, as well as like a scan from the top down. He also did like the tests, you know, they did all the tests. They did the puff test and the air test, like all the things. They did all that. So they dilated my eyes, and it was really funny because I don't think I've ever had that done before. And she put the drops in, and it was like they keep the room dark because it's an eye doctor. But I, you know, like if you ever had your eyes dilated, it's pretty funny because all of a sudden, slowly the lights come on, the dimmer switch is lifted up, and it's not really what happens. It's just when your eyes are dilated, they open up and they allow more light to come in. So it seems much brighter in there. Basically, you have eyes like an owl for a little while, which is good. So with my eyes dilated, they do this thing where they put the light across, and he was like, look at my ear, and he did all this, and look up and look down, left and right. And then when he got to this eye, and he was like, look that way, and I was looking that way, and he came across the light. When he got about here, I was in so much pain. Like, I really didn't expect that, really, to be honest with you. But that isn't even like, we didn't even address that yet. I have 2 family members with macular degeneration, and I wanted to make sure that that was not something that I had. So he said, can't even see it right now because it's all of this stuff. So here's what I've got. You ready? I've got macular hemorrhaging. I've got macular edema. I've got my retina is separating. Just to, like, the macular is like basically the back of your eyeball is all covered. My back of my eyeball is all covered in blood. How I described it, and I actually have like, not a visual aid, but I will show you, is when he showed me the cross section of my eyeball. Okay. We'll have a demonstration. He showed me the back of my eyeball like this, and he said, this is supposed to actually dip down, but I have something that's making it dip up. So I have the back of my eye, where my retina is, actually has a bubble here, and I could see on the image there was a white line, and then a black line, and then a white line that went like this. So it made the black line look like a thin black line with a big thick black bubble in the middle. So he said, this is the bleeding. So my left eye, the top white line looks almost like it's disconnected at the top of the bubble, but the right eye, it looks like it's a complete white line going over the bubble. So he said the black line is the edema. The white line that's perfectly, not perfectly, but round on the bottom is supposed to dip down. And I said, so the white line on top is supposed to be like dipped down too? And he goes, yeah. And then I said, well, how thick is that black line supposed to be? And he said that black line is not supposed to be there. So basically, it's like I'm detaching. So it should have looked like this, and now it looks like that. And wherever you see that space, oh, wow, it looked so much easier. It looks so much better from my perspective. I'll try a whole hand. It should look like this, but now it looks like this. So it's like there's blood and whatever. So then he showed me a picture from the top down, and you could see it better. It was a color image, this one. The other one looked almost like an x-ray. So this was a color image, and you could see the difference between like all of the arteries or capillaries or whatever it is. You could see them in color, and you could see that they're not really supposed to be there, and you could see just the things that are going wrong. Basically, let's put it that way. So he immediately wanted me to go to a specialist, a retina specialist. So originally I was driving to Texas on Friday. Lisa was here. I thank God, because I mean, I know you guys know I love God, but he sometimes, well, he always has his hand in our lives, but sometimes it's really obvious. So we were supposed to leave on Friday, and I got this diagnosis on Wednesday that the doctor and the specialist could see me on Monday. There was a lot of things that actually made it feel like God had his hand in there, because he said, or she said, she made my appointment. She said, I'm going to get you into this one doctor who comes to Rolla. You'll have to see him in Columbia for your first appointment, but you could do all your follow-ups here in Rolla. Well, he didn't take my insurance. So she went and found somebody who did take my insurance, and it was basically the best of the best. And she said, or in her opinion, so she said, if I was going to get this done, I would want to be with this guy. So I was like, that's great. But it's up in Columbia by the hospital, the Missouri, the college there, the university hospital. So I, of course, got immediately disappointed that we couldn't just go. But I also feel like I don't want to say resolved, grateful, but I was, I knew that this is something that I need to do. So first, of course, I wanted to talk to Lisa. If she needed to go home, I would get her home. If I got her home, I didn't know how I was going to get back and forth to Columbia. I might have to stay over, because I could drive up there, but then I probably wouldn't be able to drive home with my eyes dilated. So I said, they have like a hospital shuttle, which I probably could take to like a hotel or whatever and stay over. But she's like, absolutely not. She's like, I'll just stay. And I felt really bad, because her kids miss her, and she misses her grandbabies. And so do I, though, but it's different. But I felt bad. And then, of course, it takes a second for you to realize, like, I'm nervous. Like, of course, nobody wants a diagnosis of like, it's worse than you thought type thing. Obviously, it's not the worst thing that could ever happen, because, that would be like premature death. But, but that being said, I was grateful that she was here. I'm grateful that she just offered to stay until I can get to the doctor on Monday. So she's taking me today. Today is Monday. I don't know. I didn't mention that. We have an appointment this afternoon. Columbia is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away, depending on the traffic. It's for most of the trip, well, the trip up to Jeff City, it is just a one lane in each direction type of road. And really, you're left up to, tractors sometimes, and trucks and stuff. So then So it could be 2 hours. We're definitely going to leave with more time. Plus, I want to be there at least 30 minutes early because it's a new appointment. You know, you have to fill out paperwork and stuff. So, but Jim and Lisa talked and decided that I probably, or Jim asked Lisa, I think that was really what it was, if I could like not drive anywhere for the remainder until my appointment. He didn't want me to put more strain on my eyes. So I don't know if you noticed in my comment section, I'm hardly there. It is very, very difficult for me to read the comments on my devices because I cannot zoom in or make the fonts any bigger. And what I'm having to do then is use magnifying glasses with a magnifying glass. And really concentrating light into my eyes like that is really not a good idea. Ever. Never mind at this point. I needed this to be on this channel because I don't know what the future holds. Now, my pre-party preparation videos started last night. Tonight as well. Well, I don't know exactly when you're going to see this, but for the Saturday video, the Monday video and the Tuesday video, which are Sunday night and Monday night, they're already posted, they're already scheduled. I don't know when you'll see this or if I'm going to add a results video to the end of it. But I've always tried to be full disclosure with you guys, and I just wanted to continue to do that. I have hopes. I bought all these stuff to do DIYs because I have hopes. I bought all these things back in December before I started to have eye strain in general, and I had hopes. So I'm not giving up hope or whatever. But I don't know what the future holds. So I'm filming this in preparation for what might happen. You know, just you have to, you know, you have an emergency preparedness kit. You may not ever be affected by a tornado, but hey, you still have an emergency preparedness kit just in case. So the other thing that the universe spoke to us about was that Friday when we were supposed to drive home was when the tropical storm was supposed to hit landfall and get like a ton of rain up pretty much would have been most of our trip. So that was kind of like, hey, God got your back because you didn't have to go through that. So it was just a lot of things like that. You know, he had a plan. He has a plan for us. We need to have faith and listen. If the plan is not what my plan is, I will do whatever I can. I will continue to do whatever I can. I will continue to ask for help if I need it. Hopefully the help will be there when I do. So I love you all, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It just makes me feel so loved and special that you join me on this journey and you're interested in what I have to teach and you're interested in seeing what I have to create. I'm excited to share with you the rest of my party DIYs. I am going to try to get as many edited before I go to my doctor's appointment, but that may just be 1 or 2 because it's already 9:30, so I have to leave in like 3 hours. They do take a long time. I was actually working very hard this weekend, and I said to Lisa, I'm like, people don't really know how hard YouTube is. There is a reason that people only do DIY videos 3 times a week because they take a long time. So I am excited for all of the autumn stuff that I found. I had so many ideas in my head that I just wanted to get down, and I was kind of like, do I go in and edit or do I go in and craft? Because I'll be hopefully optimistic and say maybe after this appointment, my vision will get better and I'll be able to craft better, if that makes any sense. So that's what I'm hoping for. But I wanted to come on here and tell you everybody what's going on, and to thank everybody for all of their love and support. And I know deep in my heart that most of you will continue to support me no matter what. So, well, the important ones will anyway. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, everybody. I'm coming to you with my old lady wraparound glasses on. I wanted to just jump on here to tell you that it's Tuesday morning. Everything went as well as expected yesterday. I actually got injections in both my eyes, except I moved the right one. So it is got like a blood pool in the eyeball over here, which I wanted to show pictures, but I wanted to give you fair warning to like not look. But the thing is that and I'll definitely like warning before I put any pictures up. I don't know, maybe I'll share them to Instagram. Maybe just head over to the Instagram and see how gross. But what I'm actually experiencing right now is a lot of discomfort. They put these numbing drops in your eyes that say that they can cause like what somebody said, one of the ladies described as graininess. But basically they just feel like I feels like for me that my inside of my eyelids are made out of sandpaper. So every time I blink, it's very uncomfortable. It's a lot of tearing, using artificial tears, which is funny because it's tearing, but I'm using artificial tears. The artificial tears are helping with the lubrication, but they don't last. The comfort that they give does not last very long. So, but I want to let you know I'm so grateful that Lisa is here. We look like we're ready to go to Texas on Thursday. So I don't know what all I will be able to accomplish. I'm not really looking at my phone right now because of screens, and the screen time it's also irritating. But the doctor made a joke. It said, I'm so sorry. The doctor made a joke and said that I shouldn't lift anything. So no laundry, no vacuuming, no house cleaning for 40 years. And I was like, could you go out and tell my husband? But I've been trying to take it easy. I did make myself breakfast. I actually had a protein shake when I first woke. Well, not first woke up. My water was first done at like 6, and then around 8 o'clock I made an omelet just to have like full-on protein. I'm thinking that I really need to go to a keto diet or a very, very extremely low-carb diet from now on. So I know we'll talk about it more in the future, but I wanted to give you this update real quick. And if you don't like gross eye pictures, then stop the video now. If you do like gross eye pictures, hang on. Plenty will be coming for you. And as always, you guys take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye. hold on. I have to cover the screen. I don't know that I'm going to be able to see what I'm doing, but I can't hold my eyes open. That causes a little bit of eye strain, the muscles and stuff. But I have to go for injections once a month for 3 months, which I did the first ones yesterday, and I have to go back in a month. So, but he said I should be able to drive no problem after 24 hours, which will be this afternoon. Hopefully it'll clear up more, because I'm really not comfortable, let's put it that way. I know next time when I go to get the injections of what to do to not move my eye. He actually did this eye first and told me to look down over here, and it was really difficult because there was nothing to focus on. So when he went to go put his hand by me, my eye automatically went this way. But when he went to do this eye and he crossed his hand over, I was able to focus on his thumb, and it was very easy. He's like, you did much better with that eye. I was like, yeah, it's something to look at. So he's like, yeah, maybe we should put targets in the room. No, just targets. Just next time I just know I'll put my hand down here and focus on it instead of just trying to find something, like trying to go to a dead spot in the air. So that's it. I love you guys. I'll keep you updated.